go.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Happy Tuesday, Joy Terry. I'm going to use it for a second. Okay, guys. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in, but I got an exclusive topic for you today. And you might have to think about this one for a while. Ooh, I know.
Doozy?
Huh?
A doozy?
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta.
Or maybe you should just wait till we get you on Instagram Live too.
Okay.
You want 30 seconds? You ready?
I'm ready.
Nice boy.
Uh-oh, I want this side. There we go. What I got? Ugh. No, that's tartar sauce.
Okay.
Yucko.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Some of you all might be seeing the traffic trends out here because it's Trump Tuesday. Yes, Donald Trump is in Chicago. So leave early or stay late because traffic is all jacked up. I tell you what's not jacked up is this Tell Me Something Good Tuesday. Lord, thank you for allowing me to see another good day. Today I open up to you and entrust everything to you. May you give me faith and strength to face life as we work through what we are going through. Y'all, it's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I'm super excited to be posted in the studio with the Brunch Bunch. What up, y'all? Woo. Today we got a great day. Of course, we got a great show for you. It's raining, but you know I always encourage you to take your sunshine, put it in your pocket, and then place it in the air wherever you want it so it can shine on you. I don't care what's eclipsing that sun. It will not dim your shine. Today is Community Chatter. And of course, we got none other than Winona Redmond, president of Win-Win Communications, and our special guest. Well, I won't give you the tea just yet. You got to stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390. All right, I'm ready.
Hey, my people, ready to level up your kindergarten classroom game?
Thank you so much. Is it in my hair?
No.
Is it on my shirt?
This ain't just any book. It's your roadmap to running a tight ship.
Definitely not iron. I don't iron nothing.
And hello to smooth sailing with my tried and true tips. Let's empower our little ones.
Want the same one from
Grab your copy
Uncle?
now and let's make magic in the classroom.
Yeah.
Hey, it's your main man, Action Jackson. It's time for our second annual Chicagoland Dance Squad Day adventure to Boo at Brookfield Zoo. It's going down Saturday, October
did you get my
19th
email about what I
at 9
wanted
a.m.
to
We're calling
announce
all
today?
fathers. Pull up with your family. Tickets are free. Limited tickets
Send it,
available
yes.
for the first 25 fathers to RSVP. We're going to pay for your parking. Go to www.whoisjac.org. That's
year-end compliance checklist?
www.whoisjac.org. Fathers,
Oh,
don't beat me there. Beat me there.
important
Saturday, October the 19th.
activities?
For our day adventure at Brookfield
Yes,
Zoo.
those.
Churchview Supportive Living would like you to join the
Just for the
beautiful
end.
housing community ahead of the holidays with studios
then
and
look-
one-bedroom apartments,
Not the
24-hour
ones
care,
not the ones that say
medication
completed, the ones
reminders,
that
laundry and
Oh, the
housekeeping
sisters
services,
and-
free restaurant
Keep going
style
down.
meals daily served in our exclusive dining
Look
room,
at the dates.
daily activities, and much
Oh,
more.
okay.
Churchview Supportive Living is located at 2626 West 63rd Street. Schedule your
Oh, so
tour
there's only
today.
one
Call
left.
773-471-4444. That's
Well, today's the
773-471-4444.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. There's
We
one
hope
tomorrow.
to see you soon. Call 773-471-4444. Churchview Supportive Living is an equal housing opportunity.
Hey, believers, it's your main man, Action Jackson. Are you searching for a life-changing word? Look no further than Corby Bush Ministries. Tune in every Saturday at 6
Tell
p.m.
'em.
Central Time to the
That's
Word
it.
Network.
Set
where
PD.
Corby Bush Ministries
Set
brings
man.
you powerful messages
I just sent you some
that will
coffee.
touch your heart and turn me every which way but loose. Ministries is
Yeah, it only
dedicated
did that to
to
you. You got
spreading the
it.
teachings of
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, we ain't get here, baby.
You ain't had no issue. Well, I can run the watch. They got every turn block. And don't forget to follow Bishop on Facebook at Corby Bush Ministries.
They even
for
had
daily
some.
inspiration and updates.
MJ was thinking
Don't
that
forget,
all
tune
that
in this
police
Saturday at
presence
6
by
p.m.
the
to
building
the
was
Word
the movie. I'm like, they don't shoot scenes like that long.
We just look. He's a 10-minute drive away. He's at 33. He's at 33.
When you turn out to go back that way, southbound, leaving out your block.
It's all the way down to McCormick Place.
I think it's because of the assassination attempts.
Envelop your skin in
What?
luxury.
Am I wrong to think that?
No, they take it. That's what blue states and cities do.
Yeah, they take that serious.
Yeah, everybody.
The foundation is weightless and feels like skin. The lipstick and eyebrows are so
wait.
and come in a variety of gorgeous colors that there is.
I believe it.
Don't take my word for it.
Okay,
Try
3,
it for yourself
2.
and go to vgbstore.com. That's vgbstore.com.
Hey, Tina.
Vanguard
What's
Beauty.
going
We
on?
don't just
Okay,
cover
now.
imperfection.
Hey, Instagram. I'm gonna wait for a couple of you guys to come in a little
Hey
bit more
guys, it's Tamara Fair.
because we've got
From
a
the
topic
Virgin
exclusive for
Lunch.
you
Home
who are
is not
tuning
just
in
ours.
online, Instagram and Facebook. Just want to say thank you.
And
Today
so
is
all
our
mission
actual.
Just that one
No,
thing?
it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
Where's all of that
Tomorrow's our
stuff?
anniversary.
Just that one thing?
Just this.
They stand
Tomorrow's our
by
8th year anniversary being on iHeart, guys. Hope you tune in tomorrow for the celebration.
You got a minute,
What's
so I'm
up? What's up, International Savvy? That's what I'm talking about. Patrice Bullock, what's going on?
All industry standards with secure home and automation.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you the exclusive because we're getting ready to go in. If you got 5 people who are already deceased that you can put at your table, who would they be and what would you tell them?
Be a part of your story, a part of your legacy.
You got 5 deceased people that have been in your life. They don't necessarily have to be in your family. It could be somebody that you just always wanted to talk to. You can put them at your dinner table. Who would they be and what would you tell them?
Call today.
Deceased
and
people
make a
that we knew.
wise choice to
You didn't have to
secure
know
your
Oh, I didn't have
tomorrow.
to.
You know of them.
Secure
Like,
home
say you wanted to talk to
automation.
Martin Luther King. He's
Virgin
deceased.
Now
Well,
experience the
Columbus,
promise
he lied. He said he found it.
Oh, we got 2 of y'all, 10.
447-3344. Stacy Chauncey, 866-447-3344.
We're in the wrong. Tamara Fair on the Brunch Brunch.
Before I get in the raw, let me tell you something raw. When your friends go into business and they create something and they have the notion to give it to you, they think enough to give it to you. Don't sleep on it. Try it. I did. I slept on it. And I've got to publicly apologize to Allison Caldwell because
Memoir.
I did not use it. She gave it to me, but I was just so busy. And of course, you know, you got your own skin regimen. I called her this morning and told her I was very sorry. However, so about a month ago, I took my admin team to Wisconsin, right?
Mhm.
And the sun beat my neck and chest up so badly that I just wanted to wear turtlenecks in 80-degree weather. So
We
yesterday,
wouldn't have knew anything about the sun beating you up. We would have just thought you were crazy.
yes, yeah, exactly. I would have thought I was crazy too as I'm sweating. You okay? No, I'm good. Sweat dripping down my head. But anyway, so yesterday I said, you know, I'm going to try memoir because I love the tagline. It's not makeup, it's memoir.
Yes.
I tried it yesterday. I put it all, I saturated my neck with it. The cleanser is amazing. And the
That's why
toner,
your shirt is so unbuttoned today.
dude, let me tell you something. I can now retire my summer turtlenecks, and there's no such thing. Because of memoir. So if you're not using memoir, I promise you, you are doing your skin a disservice. Now, how do you connect with memoir?
Memoir.shop.
Baby, let me tell you.
MEMOIRE. Memoir.shop. And trust me, you know, they're killing the game. They're killing it so much, you know, because Allison and her daughter started this company.
Yes.
Autumn, who is a veteran intern here with the Brunch Bunch, and she still works from time to time. But the days she's not backstage working, they be live doing testimonials.
Well, I'm telling you, there's not one testimonial that could say anything bad about memoir because it's so moist. And you know, a lot of times, particularly when you go through different climates and say like you're traveling or whatever, and your skin becomes dry, or if you're going into areas where it's already dry, like your West Coast, your Phoenix, your LA's, your Vegas's, also your Wisconsin. Wisconsin sun is like Mexico sun, like literally. But anyway, it's restorative. It is calming. It is refreshing. It is definitely not makeup. It's memoir. So get yours today. It's a whole regimen. It's very affordable. But listen, if she charged what they charge for the the bigger brands that are in Neiman Marcus, she wouldn't be doing anybody a disservice.
That's it.
Okay, so let's switch lanes a little bit. Let me get some. There you go. So a man was arrested over an alleged violent threat against FEMA staff in North Carolina. Well, FEMA got people going crazy because all of this rain is knocking roofs in, taking basements out, putting people in boats that they didn't have, and making them really agitated. So a man has been accused of threatening violence against the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which is the acronym for FEMA. So workers responding to the Hurricane Helene in North Carolina has been arrested according to authorities. So William Jacob Parsons, 44, faces a charge of going armed to a terror of the public. After his arrest in Rutherford County, the local sheriff's office said in a news release just yesterday. So the law enforcement agency added that Parsons had a rifle and a handgun on him at the time of his arrest and was released later that evening on a $10,000 bond pending the resolution of the case. Well, you know, $10,000, you only have to pay 10%, so he had to pay $1,000 to get out. The Rutherford Sheriff's Office said initial reports that truckloads of armed militia had threatened FEMA workers in the area were imprecise, so they were wrong. Parsons acted alone, and there were no truckloads of militia, the sheriff's office alleged. So after making landfall near Perry, Florida on the 26th of September, Helene, that's Hurricane Helene, killed more than 200 people and inflicted devastation across a 5-state region, including North Carolina. A deluge of misinformation has met recovery efforts, including false conspiracy theories that the government manipulated the hurricane to force people off their land to clear a path for lithium mining. You know, my conspiracy theory brain believes that, right? And that FEMA diverted disaster relief to providing care for immigrants. Well, Parsons' arrest came against the backdrop in the vicinity of Lake Lure and Chimney Rock in western North Carolina. The sheriff's office said deputies encountered him after receiving a call that the man with an assault rifle had made a comment about possibly harming FEMA employees working in his jurisdiction in the storm's aftermath. Well, deputies are able to later track down a car linked to Parsons of Bostic, North Carolina, and jail him. The sheriff's office did not report any injuries in connection with the threats attributed to Parsons or his arrest, but I'm sure that everyone was on alert. Well, the report threat prompted FEMA to tell its workers in Rutherford County to stand down and evacuate immediately. That's the worst thing that could happen in a flood where you're looking for help. That's like telling the firemen at the fire, stand down, go home, and start cooking. Like literally, I'm sorry should have been like, look, you know, I don't know what my brother did over here, but I'm sorry. Like literally, I need you to come. So according to the email obtained by the Washington Post, they did stand down. FEMA later shared a statement within the media outlets that confirmed it had made some operational adjustments, but the agency said disaster recovery centers will continue to be open as scheduled, and survivors continue to register for assistance. They will come and help the people of North Carolina with their recovery. So North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper on Tuesday reportedly announced that FEMA had paid out more than $99 million in aid in the wake of Helene. Cooper also said that the agency had assisted 1,900 people with temporary housing. I don't know. I know that they talked about Jesus and all he did was spread the good news. They eventually hung him. So FEMA workers,
What?
they hung him on the cross.
Right.
But I'm saying,
yes.
all they did, like 1,900 people, you did good for 1,900 people, and they came, man, they ain't got a chance. Look what they did to Jesus.
That's a mic drop. I haven't got nothing else to say. It's like, what do you say after that?
You right, Tammy.
you, amen.
That's right.
Well, I just want to know.
I'm trying to figure out what was so funny, like when y'all laughed at shopping.
First, I'm laughing at both of them. The way you said it, though, was like, and Jarrell, you know, he our resident. I don't know. Jarrell is like the Saint pastor, Republican. He's
everything, resident everything.
So he looked like, whoa, what did she say? But you like, and then they hung him. But they hung him on the cross.
What's the difference?
Because when you think of hung him, you think of like a, not crucifixion, you think of a noose around his neck. hung them.
Oh.
So that was the first thing that came.
Well, because crucifixion is a worse. It is definitely.
It was definitely. I'm
usually
sure.
it takes 9 days for you to die from crucifixion. It didn't take Jesus that long to die from crucifixion.
How you know that fact?
It's in the Bible.
Oh, I'm like, wait, okay.
I know y'all think I'm a heathen, but I know this Bible.
Yes, you do. You study with the Jehovah's Witnesses.
I study with the Jehovah's Witnesses. I also continuously study. I am a student. I'm a life student, particularly of the Bible.
So, crucifixion, hanging, of course, crucifixion is worse. I want to know, though, in this story, because I was listening so intently, meaning I missed something.
And you missed a lot, as usual.
The FEMA workers, they were told not to do what?
They were told to stand down because they were getting life-threatening opposition. And I guess the people were angry because of the situation. But you know, if you're a FEMA worker, if you're any kind of rescue worker, you got to be trained for that so that you can let that stuff roll off your back. Because when people their emotions are heightened, they're going to say things that they wouldn't normally say.
Well, yeah, and so the reason I asked because I know some FEMA workers. I know a couple here in Chicago who every time disaster strikes, they are sent out for months at a time to go out and evaluate homes and help these people to get paid, right? But they're just regular Americans doing their job. And sometimes FEMA in a crisis will put the word out like, look, we need as many people as possible to come work. So you don't have time to really be trained on customer service. But if it's a natural disaster like these hurricanes, Hurricane Katrina and all of that, they definitely had boots on the ground that were not trained, but they were trying to get money out to people expeditiously. So for you to be attacking people who are there to help you, that is a problem.
That's a big problem. That's like saying to the SBA man that came to bring you your check for your approved loan, I got rifles right here. If you don't leave that check under the door. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. They dispensed $99 million and helped 1,900 people that wouldn't have otherwise had the aid. And FEMA is a robust operation. It's not like there's some fly-by-night or some mom and pop shop. They've got the state-of-the-art equipment to get people to safety. So if you're in a bad situation because of a natural disaster, you got to open your heart, open your hands to the assistance, because this is not Helene wasn't the first one.
Now on the flip side.
Wait a minute. Let me just say this. I told you guys this last week, I think. If it's at H, so every hurricane season, they go in alphabetical order. And if it's a hurricane, if it's two hurricanes, they flip-flop male, female names. Okay, remember that little tidbit. So H is way past A. They've been doing this, is my point.
You are right about that. Right? We at M, though?
Yeah, Milton.
Yeah, Milton. So, yeah, Hurricane Marcel swept through the north. But listen, I will say on the flip side of the consumer, when we had that tragic rain during NASCAR, and they sent people out to your homes, I will say some of those FEMA people were not the nicest, right? And it was up to them and their call on how much money you can get. And so, like, if your damage was you thought it was a few thousand. Trust me, I know the people, the FEMA person had attitude, missed lunch, and came up in there. If you didn't look at them right or say the right thing, bam, they stuff was coming back $200. So it was a lot of people that had to go. And the congressman, shout out to Congressman Davis.
Maybe that's why William Parsons was running at 45.
That's why I'm like, so I can, it's both sides of this. Trust me, when they came to my house, I was like, would you like some water? Yeah.
So what did Danny Davis do?
Danny Davis had to open a satellite office so that residents can come and amend and get more money, because it wasn't enough, and he fought for that. So
I'm glad that you said that, because when it's not enough, getting your gun is definitely not the answer. It's going to your congressman, because Congress and FEMA are synonymous, right? It's a federal organization, and your federal congressperson, your U.S. congressperson is the one that you need to appeal to in order to open up the no pun intended, floodgates.
Oh, Lord. And on that note, Tammy's been dropping the mic all hour long. In that case, we're going to keep it going, but instead of the floodgates opening, because I wish we could play Open the Floodgates. That would have just been so crazy. But we're praying for everybody affected by natural disasters. And we're praying that people do the right thing because it's so hard when a hurricane or rain tore your house up.
Yep.
You lost all your furniture, your clothes, and you know things that you can't be replaced or you can't put a value on it. It's sad. So we pray that they get the funds that they need, the assistance that they need, and
Especially if your insurance does not cover everything.
yeah.
So that's really, really sad.
And we're gonna ask the Republicans to quit lying, saying that the Democrats are creating these storms. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene said the Democrats are creating these hurricanes and natural disasters.
But you know what Marjorie Taylor Greene does know?
What's that?
That the government can impact the weather. They can't control it yet, but give them a few more decades, they'll be able to control it.
You think they impact? Yeah, let them in. Let them in.
Yes, I definitely think they impact.
But why?
Well, it's a very good tool for war.
Yeah.
Because if I can make it snow on you, if I can make the
Hey,
deluge
Dr.
come.
Paris, welcome back. Come
Hello.
on in, ladies. Come on in.
Hi.
Good,
Everybody's
and
great.
you? Jarrell, after this, we win.
5 people that you can put at your table that were deceased, but you still had something to say to them. Who would they be, and what would you say? That is your exclusive topic. Hi, staying in your lane. Hey, Tina. What's up? Oh,
Margie's
that's
been
Sharice.
drinking again.
Hey, Sharice. Hey, Robbie. Hey, Christy.
That's cool.
We are 2 minutes. Oh, no, we're not.
Where you got? I thought we was having Trump. He here. Tell him to come across the street.
I just called him. I was like, I thought you said Trump was coming. I'm working on it. I'm
But
like,
I saw that on the news. Yeah.
like you working on it. He here today.
Or you just need a free assessment of your life insurance and investments plan so you can be prepared for retirement.
Are they together?
Exactly, Patrice. HARP. HAARP. Exact. I see you have subscribed to the dark web like me.
Oh my Lord.
No, HARP is a real thing.
Love, peace, happiness. Hey, Joy.
Look it up. HAARP. I'm not talking about the kind you play.
Wait, AARP?
Now to say AARP. HAARP.
Hey, good to see you again.
It's great seeing
Good.
you.
Now, the question, just for clarity, you all doing an event together? Or okay, 2 separate. Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay, perfect.
That's a good one right there. Show me, show me. Okay.
I know that feels good. You look great. You look amazing.
Wait, don't play. We ready. I want to know.
Everybody ready? Everybody ready?
Did you look up HARP?
It looks like Hawaii.
No, it's not Hawaii. It's like Homestead something.
Historic hospital.
No. Go to the dark web and look at it.
You can't access the dark web on my phone.
What kind of phone you got?
First, before we start winning, I want all of you to stretch your hands towards your radio, your phone, or your computer. And we're praying for Tammy today.
Thank you. I need prayer today.
Listen,
I need
no.
it every day.
But we are definitely praying for Winona, who each and every Tuesday, Win-Win Communication brings us some amazing guests.
Oh, wait. We praying for me, but we definitely praying for Winona.
I'm about to get there. See, this is why I need them to pray for you. We're definitely praying for Winona because she is not with us today, and she never misses Tuesday unless there's something very important going on. And so I want you to act, and I'm not saying that anything is wrong, but we want to pray for her in her absence.
Perfect.
Is that okay, Tamara
Of
Fair,
course
on the
it
air?
is.
All right, and in her stead, we have a guest that we've had before, and that's none other than Dr. Paris Thomas. She is a dedicated leader in health and racial equity, currently serving as the executive director of Equal Hope in Chicago. Her work focuses on eliminating health disparities for marginalized communities through culturally competent strategies. Inspired by her family's experience with healthcare, she has built a career promoting health equity, emphasizing intersectionality and improving access to care for under-resourced populations. Let's give a warm welcome back to Dr. Paris Thomas. Welcome back, Dr. Thomas.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Is it okay if I call you Dr. Paris?
Yes, that's
All right, I'm just checking. I don't want no smoke. And joining her, now they are both representing two important areas of our lives, and that's none other than Miss
Deborah, Deborah Grable, who is, and I know that everyone knows this name. She's a household name, and she's a household face. We have Deborah Grable, Deborah Grable,
Deborah Crable.
Crable with us today, an award-winning broadcast journalist, filmmaker, and media strategist. Deborah is a powerhouse in communications, marketing, and digital storytelling. She's here to talk about her latest civic initiative entitled Know Your Ballot Power, launched in collaboration with the Mayor Harold Washington Legacy Community. This voter education and registration campaign is focused on empowering communities through the legacy of Chicago's first black mayor. We are lucky to have her here with us
Welcome,
today.
welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
Woo, woo, woo.
So,
I'm
the-
glad that you have that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say because a lot of people, and particularly black people, do not understand the power of their vote. I talk to people all around this city and all around this country saying, are you going to vote? And a lot, and it's definitely generational specific. It's not going to make a difference. What? It's not going to make a difference. It makes a huge difference. So you entitled this correctly because let's educate the people about the power of the vote.
Exactly. And so with Know Your Ballot Power, we do have a website, and I'm going to say this many, many times, kypvote.us. Know Your Power, vote.us, because this election is all about us. And you're so right that so many people do not understand the value of their ballot power. We take it for granted. I think that what has happened is that we got so caught up in the commercialization, if you will, of our politics, the entertainment of our politics, that we have gone into another zone and not appreciating how real it is. So we will, almost like sacrificial lamb, just place ourselves up there on the ballot altar and let somebody else play the game and direct our lives. So please, with your hearing range of my voice, know that that is a wrong position to take. We have so much at stake in this election. The balance of our freedom as you enjoy it today is at stake. A lot of things that have involved diversity and us being able to make significant gains regarding civil rights and even economic rights, if you will, are on the table and they are at stake. A lot of people are talking about this Project 2025, woo, 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 the Halloween boo scare, right? It's already in motion. If you go to our website at kypvote.us, you will hear Congressman Jonathan Jackson break it all down. He says if on election day it's just rubber stamping what is already in motion.
The question, can we stop it?
We can stop it at the ballot box. And most importantly, you have to be engaged. This is about you. I always tell people this is your ballot, this is your voice, but it's our collective future. I'm counting on you to do the right thing because it's not just about me. The other part of this that we leave out is a big R. I call the big R, responsibility. None of us is in this life alone. We're all in this together. We learned that through COVID, did we not? Did we learn through COVID we are in this together? What you do impacts me. What I do impacts you. So on election day, I need you to exercise your right to vote and do the right thing. Be empowered. We have a lot of information again at kypvote.us. And here's the real magical part. October the 20th, that's this coming Sunday at midnight, is the last day for you to register online, which is the easiest way for you to register to activate this democratic process called the democracy that we live and love and cherish so much. On Sunday at midnight, make sure you register online. After that, you can still register here in Illinois, but you have to do it in person. You have to go someplace to get registered.
Should the people also, are they able to check to see if they're still registered? Because these kind of tricks.
Yep. Now watch this. A lot of people are being bumped from the rolls. Congressman Jackson will also break that down for you. But here it is also, sometimes you might legitimately be bumped from the rolls by the simple fact of the Board of Elections doing its job. So even if you are registered, you are highly encouraged to go to kypvote.us and make sure you are verified. Verify your registration. Know where your polling place is. People are finding out that they have changed polling places. So on election day, you're going to be pulling your hair out saying, I've been coming here for 20 years. What do you mean I can't vote here? Check it online now. You know there's going to be a lot of shenanigans going on. So let's get ahead of that shenanigans and make sure all of your stuff is in place. Here's what I'm asking people to do. Before the 20th, have a Zoom call, have a Facebook call. Call all your friends, relatives, relations, people you like, even those you don't like, and have them in that moment to go online and register in real time, and then have a voter party. Right there, a digital voter party. So I encourage everyone to do that. It is so easy to engage a political process. It is not a spectator sport.
Yes.
It is not a spectator sport. Do not let someone else determine your destiny and your future. Claim it for yourself. Put your thumbprint on it and go online and register to vote right now. You can get it easy. I have a tab on our website. You just hit it. It'll take you right there.
Now, if that voice
KYP vote.
doesn't make you want to go and do something, I don't
Voice
know. It's
amazing.
just captivated me. I'm like, I'm about to register again.
Yeah. Well, now.
No. But, you know, so in underserved communities, we have a big issue, right? Tamara alluded to it earlier. People are saying it doesn't matter if they vote. I know that the power to vote impacts so many things that we do on the day to day, including healthcare, which we're going to get to. How does this initiative aim to increase voter registration?
In terms of the vote, I'm sorry.
How does your initiative, know your power, know your ballot power? How does your initiative aim to increase voter registration?
Well, my goal is to get, as many, an unprecedented number of people to register to vote in the spirit of Harold Washington. Now, many of you in this room, I can look around and tell, you're too young to probably have remembered this. But in 1983, Harold Washington was a congressional representative here in Illinois. The city of Chicago was great, bigger than life individual, dedicated to the city. You would know, you're nodding, yes. And he was very charismatic. He said, the only way that you can get me to vote is if you register 50,000 new voters and you get the dollars to back it up. Chicago delivered because we were excited. We were invigorated. We wanted to have charismatic, excited, black elected officials sitting over there in the mayor's office, and we got the job done. So this initiative follows in that spirit for people to get charged up and have the possibility of being able to elect the first black woman president in the history of the free world. Even if you don't want to cast your ballot there, cast a ballot. Get engaged with the process. That's what it means to be a citizen that is important to this country and that you believe in the values that we represent and hold dear to our hearts. Do it and do it now. kypvote.us.
Well, this is some great information. And we're going to come back to that. All of these things tie into each other because voting really does impact how your healthcare ecosystem plays out in your communities. And luckily, we have Dr. Paris Thomas back again so that she can explain how the vote really does play out and what initiatives your organization is doing to get health care and the education of good health care systems out into the communities that need it the most.
Yeah, so absolutely. I think this is such a relevant topic. And when you talk about voting, we all know that women's rights is on the ballot, correct?
Yes.
So I'm here today representing Equal Hope, which is a women-based nonprofit serving women, ensuring that black and brown women have equity in healthcare. And not only in the spaces of reproductive rights, but breast cancer. And October happens to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so we are out there promoting, ensuring that women of color have access to the quality breast cancer care that they deserve. This month we are holding a restaurant tour to encourage people. Yes.
Nice. Very nice.
To encourage people to not only to start to have the conversations around breast cancer, but also get the information about why black women are dying more from breast cancer diagnosis. And so the restaurant tour is an effort on behalf of Equal Hope where we are partnering with local
restaurants here throughout the Chicagoland area to raise awareness, and they'll donate 10% of their proceeds back to our organization to support women to have basically access to free mammography, free transportation, and other services as they go through breast cancer treatment.
That's amazing. And so this restaurant tour, can you tell us the restaurants that are part of the
I swear I was going to
restaurant?
ask that same thing.
Hopefully you got a list. So I'm gonna do my best. So we have Uncle Remus, we
Woo, woo,
have
woo, woo,
Two
woo, woo, woo.
Fish, we have Wilma's Famous Barbecue, um, Chicago's Chicken and Waffles. You can go to our website that is equalhope.org/tour. That is TOUR, and you will see a list of restaurants that are participating in this effort.
So, of course, Winona keeps us prepared. I
Okay,
have
good,
the list
yay.
over here. The Wilma's Barbecue Tavern, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Truth Italian, Harris Gulf Shrimp, Sanders Barbecue, Bronzeville Soul, Two Fish, Uncle Remus, Chicago Chicken and Waffles, Kill Wins. And the rest are on the site because my video, I can't see that far.
These are all African American owned businesses.
All
right?
African
And they're all over the city,
And all
so
over
there
the city.
there's not one place in the city that you can say, "Oh, I couldn't get to that," because north, south, east, and west is represented.
And you're eating for a good cause. We all like to eat out. I know myself. I'm constantly ordering from Uncle
And
Remus.
I'm not eating for a good cause usually.
Yeah.
And at least your a percentage of your funds that you'll pay for that day will go back to serving uninsured women to get access to the care that they deserve.
Eating with a purpose.
Beautiful.
Eating with
Beautiful.
a purpose. So,
Beautiful.
Dr. Paris, I'm sure that your organization has statistics on breast cancer and how the increase in Black communities, Black women in particular, because Black men can get breast
Yes,
cancer too.
absolutely.
Any man can get breast
Absolutely.
cancer. But why this has had an increase in these recent years. And so can you share some of those statistics with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So throughout the United States, Black women are almost 40% more likely to die from breast cancer, although white women are more likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer. That obviously has to do with the population makeup. But being that we are a smaller percentage of the population, we are still trying to understand the disparities as to why Black women die more. Here throughout the city of Chicago, we know Equal Hope was started in 2008 because we actually had the nation's greatest death rate for Black women at 62% at some point.
Wow.
We were able to reduce that in 2018 to 32%, but we are seeing an uptake in breast cancer diagnosis. And it's not just for women over the age of 40. I want to make that clear. Like you said, 1% of breast cancer diagnoses are for men. But right now in the city of Chicago, we are seeing a larger percentage of women under the age of 50 presenting with advanced breast cancer. So that is a big awareness piece that we are trying to spread and ensure that our women have access, that we understand our family histories, we understand what we're exposed to, that we're getting a high quality mammogram and also then being navigated to high quality treatment and following up with our procedures. A lot of that disparity that is contributed here has to do with structural racism, the way our city is made up. We all know that zip codes matter. A person's ability to have transportation to get to appointment, a person's ability to move their life schedule around so that they can actually get a mammogram, but then also their ability to communicate with their primary care doctor and understand how follow-up works. All of these things are working together to really basically increase that death rate. And so we have to ensure that we're ensuring that women have access to high quality care.
Decrease the death rate.
Yes.
I know that's what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I saw a movie on Lifetime just this past weekend. I don't remember the young lady's last name, but it was a movie that was based on reality. And the young lady's name is Shirley. Can't remember her last name again. She had HER2 metastatic stage 4 breast cancer. One of the reasons why in this movie women are dismissed, and particularly Black women are dismissed if they go into a non-Black care physician. They're like, it's stage 4. She asked for a second opinion. They said, well, we agree with everything that the first doctor stated. Why are you here? Mean. Very, very dismissive.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been, for normal people, a sign, okay, it's doom. I'm going to accept my faith and I'm just going to be as comfortable as possible and make my family comfortable with this decision. She did not. What happened was she had very dense breasts. She had her mammograms every year. She was a United States Army, high up in the Army. And because her breasts were so dense and they were giving her regular mammograms, she actually needed an ultrasound. And so I thought that resonated with me because I have dense breasts too. And you know, you take pride in that because they don't fall as fast, right?
Oh, Lord.
However, a lot of black women have dense breasts, right?
Yes, many black women have dense
Tina
breasts.
just put that on Facebook. A lot of black women have dense breasts.
Yes, so there's 4
And her
categories of
mother had breast
density.
cancer too, and
Yes.
she passed. In the long run, because she was so in front of it and she advocated for it, and then she created a whole message through her church messaging system. More women now are getting these ultrasounds with dense breasts. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so in the state of Illinois, if you have dense breasts, specifically in the categories of category C or D, if you have my chart, all women, please check your my chart, men as well. Your my chart results from your mammogram will give you a dense category for your breast. That will tell you how dense your breast is, and it will tell you which additional follow-up screenings you may need, such as an ultrasound. Some women may also need an MRI, which can also really detect breast cancer even better than the other 2 images, just depending on what they need. Family history is important, understanding when your parents were actually diagnosed with a cancer, specifically breast. It was advised, even in my case, my mother was diagnosed in her 30s, so I was advised by my physician to start screening in my 20s. A lot of people don't realize that 10 years prior to when your parent was diagnosed, you should start screening so that you are aware.
Well, the issue, and that's why voting is important, because of the disparities in healthcare. And it's funny because that movie script, I could have wrote it because that happened to Valencia last week. She texted me and said the doctor told her when she wanted to get a mammogram, why are you here? And you're a patient in Northwestern. And why did you come to UIC? And I don't mind put them on blast for this mammogram, but she had already had it planned. And because of her history of cancer, you know, she walked out, she said, I felt so like defeated in that moment. Like, why would, and she said that she was just so mean. The doctor, the oncologist, and I said, you know
She
what?
picked the right one.
She
She
better.
should have had me. I'd have stopped it. That would have been it for the rest of everybody.
But those are the disparities. And when you think about this hospital serving primarily African American communities, and that's why voting is so important.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I do want to defend that for both sides. So after COVID, you do know that our physicians were overwhelmed. So many physicians have retired. We do not have enough physicians in the space to be able to provide people with the care they need. We don't have enough primary care providers. Although I'm sorry that that happened to her, that is an experience that no one should have to seek. And you're right, navigating healthcare is very difficult. I myself find it difficult, even as a person who understands healthcare.
Yeah.
We provide those services at our organization. We provide patient navigation so that people don't have to encounter that scheduling barrier. So she may have showed up to UIC, but maybe there were additional images they needed in order to conduct that mammogram. Our team gets ahead of that so that when you show up, you're not turned away. Our job is to ensure that when you walk in there, you don't have those barriers in place and that you aren't frustrated, so that you don't come back and be like, I'm not going next year because last year was too hard. We want to remove that so that people can build trust in the healthcare system. We can help build up that and get our sisters into care.
Thank you for that,
Thank
because
you.
that's really important. Like you said, the Valencia was defeated, and then Valencia is not the kind of person that just goes and gives up. But when you got people in higher positions than say you are in that moment, it makes you feel like you want to give up. Like the voters.
Yeah,
Voters feel
exactly.
like they have been defeated because their vote doesn't count. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. But you know, last time I checked, we're still a democracy.
We still are.
Still are a government of the people, for the people, by the people.
The people. That's what you need to understand.
That's right.
Exactly. And it's so important because when you think in terms of the healthcare and what the UMP wants to do, not only does he want to unpack healthcare as we know it, he wants to dismantle our democracy as we know it. He wants to dismantle our form of government as we know it. He is an obstructionist. He is the one that wants to not just disrupt, but he wants to destroy. And who knows what he wants to create in its place. He wants, and he's already said, Maya Angelou is the one who said, when people tell you who they are, believe them. He says he will be a dictator. The first day he steps in, if he wins. Understand what that means, folks. Understand what that means. The democracy as you know it will no longer exist. You will be told how to walk, when to run, and how high to jump. And you will have no say in the matter. So
Devorah, can you just web out what if a Trump does win, what does that look like first 20 days? And why do you think that so many Black people are gravitating towards Trump right now?
who knows what it would really look
Beyond
like.
mental illness. No,
Yeah, right. Exactly. But he's already said that he's going to move all the immigrants out of the country, and if that's the first group of people we'll probably go after. He had success there.
Aren't
Who
we all
else?
immigrants in this country?
Well, exactly, right? Exactly. So I'm just saying you don't know. He doesn't. He just and he moves from a place of vanity. So it's like his whim and his fancy, whatever moves him in the moment. And understand the people who are behind him. You have Elon Musk. Where is he? He's in space someplace. Does he care about what's going on here? Okay. So let's be very clear, folks. It's I know that a lot of people are looking for change, but we want to have change in a way that is palatable, a way that makes sense. So we have a structure that is in place. A lot of people might say, well, we need to make some radical changes to the Constitution. It was written, by folks who have no clue about where we are now. You know what? I agree. But let's do it in a way that makes some sense. The young people, all of you who are here in this room right now, you are the architects of what I call the new America. We are in a constant place of evolving. Democracy is organic, it is not static. We grow, we change, we evolve. Now is the time for you to step up to the plate because this is your future that you're creating for the generations that will be coming behind you. So understand how important this is. So I don't know what it is going to look like when he steps into office if we give him that opportunity. I'm hoping we won't have to witness that day.
Nobody knows what it's going to look like. But we know, like Maya Angelou said, if they tell you who they are, believe them.
But you talk about believers and believe them. Understand this, that God is not the author of confusion.
No.
And if you are voting in your faith, then enough said. I'm going to drop that mic again.
Well, if I can share this very quickly, and it was from a black theologian, Howard Thurman. And when Harold Washington ran, the phrase was, "Come alive, October 5." And it was Howard Thurman who said that, do something, do what you can, but what the world needs now is for you to come alive. And whatever it is that makes you come alive, do that. So come alive on November 5. And let's make a difference for America.
And stay alive throughout the entire time so that and we stay alive through all of the initiatives that you and your organization have started and are vested in and passionate about.
Shout out to Equal Hope in their restaurant tour. Go to equalhope.org/tour to find the locations. Go eat with a purpose for a change. Listen, we're eating to live. Some of us are just eating to eat. But you know what? Go eat with a purpose. Go to equalhope.org/tour. And make sure you go to kypvote.us. That's kypvote.us. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure your family members who are 18 are registered to vote. And make sure they're going to vote their conscience, vote their faith, because the Bible is right and somebody is wrong. The heart of the king is in the master's hand. Listen, we encourage you each and every day to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone, whether they're Democrat or Republican, that you love them. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara Fair on the air, I love you.
I love you too, but I definitely got to tell some people about tomorrow on our breast cancer, domestic violence, prostate cancer strike walk. It's all going down at Prodigy Child Center tomorrow at 1921 East 79th Street. Make sure that you are there because free is better than fee.
Hey, you know what? We're giving you this game for free, but we're out of time, but we're never out of content. See you tomorrow, believers. We love you. Baby Eminem, we love you. Up next, AC Green. After that, Pastor DeAndre Patterson with the afternoon drive. We get it done all night long, right here on Inspiration 1390.
Awesome. You guys did great. Thank you.
I could talk about this all day.
Why my heart don't work?
What'd you say? Thank you.
Oh,
Are you on Instagram?
oh, it don't work on Instagram?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. You are amazing.
You guys are amazing. And you guys are amazing. So we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. It's Hump Day.
Hump Day hookup with Jarrell. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, you want to see somebody?
Oh, Lord.
I'm not going to be here.
Look at Jarrell.
I'm open to like a white.
Now, you know what? I have been toying around with having a referral hookup situation with someone